This is a short summary on the concepts and values of democracy as part of politics and participation in GCSE citizenship. So when it comes to politics participation, the first thing we need to think about is what is democracy. Democracy is a system of government where citizens are able to vote regularly and fairly in elections. They vote for representatives who will make laws and decisions on their behalf. Now, there are lots of different types of democracy. They all generally compose the same elements, but we have liberal democracy, which is a system of government based on representative democracy and is linked to freedoms and rights for citizens. USA, the UK, the EU generally follow this type of democracy. Now, the freedoms in a liberal democracy, they develop, they change, they improve over time. So, for example, in the UK, changes such as secret ballots, allowing women to vote, having fixed-term parliaments being introduced, all came about following legal campaigns and actions by the citizens in that area. Direct democracy is a system of government where all citizens take part in a decision-making process. Most recent examples of this would be use of referendums. So examples of referendums have been the EU membership in 1975 and then again in 2016. There's also been referendums in Scotland on Scottish independence and on abortions in Ireland. And in a representative democracy, as I said earlier, is a system where citizens are electing someone who will represent them in an assembly, in parliament, and so in the UK this would be an MP or a councillor. And as I say, you can be a liberal democracy and use representative democracy. Now, when it comes to democracy, the key features and the key aspects of it is it needs to be regular and fair and have elections take place. The electoral system is there needs to be secret ballots, and the results reflect the views of the people, and then results are accountable and also used to make decisions and put people in power. There are regular elections which take place. The government is held accountable to the results of those. Any citizen can stand for election. Candidates can campaign equally without fear of intimidation or bribery. The media can freely report on the work of government. And judiciary is separate from government, and citizens can use the legal process to hold the government to power. The values that underpin democracy. So our rights, these are legal, social and ethical entitlements, and all citizens enjoy them equally. So structures such as human rights, children's rights, all come under law and are protected. And again, you are entitled to these. Now, this also comes with responsibilities. So the state of having these rights also means that you have to fulfill your duties as a citizen, pay taxes, follow the law, jury service, conscription. So these are not optional and they're underpinned by law. And again, the rights you get as a citizen come with responsibility. Freedoms are also important. So again, it's your ability to act, speak and think as you want. So you have freedom of choice, freedom of the press, freedom of movement. Obviously, with this freedom, there are again responsibilities come into play, that you can't break the law, but you have to use your freedoms within the confines of society. So everyone has to obey the law, as I briefly just said. That doesn't matter what your gender, your class, your level of wealth, religion, you all have to follow the same laws. And this also links to equality. So we're all treated equally, fairly, and there's been greater legislation and protection to ensure equality in society, particularly when it comes to sex discrimination, race relations, sexual offences, same-sex marriages and equality rights for all different groups. And one of the big things is the Equality Act of 2010, which has combined a number of equal rights and human rights. And last but not least, with the different types of government. So we have a monarchy, which is the first one, which is a government where a family or a sort of a monarch rules the kingdom, the country. So that would be the example of the UK. We have a monarchy. A dictatorship is a rule by an individual or group with no democratic aspects. They take total control of government, of state, of a country. You have a communist government, which is governed by one party. There's limited choice to officially approved candidates. And this examples, recent examples would be China, historic ones would be the Soviet Union. You do get one-party states, which again very similarly is one political party which exists and runs the country. It's often associated with communist forms of government. So Vietnam, Cuba, but also North Korea would be an example of a one-party state. You have oligarchy, which is obviously government which is run by privileged few, normally self-appointed, often have wealth or power behind them. You have anarchy, which is a state of lack of control, almost a government where there is no control, and this could be due to the breakdown of society during a civil war or generally war, and a country is divided into different groups, different areas run by warlords. And then you have theocracy, where a religious leader runs a country. So Iran would be an example of this, where they have religious leaders in positions of power running the country. And there we have it. So there's a very quick overview of democracy, its values, its sort of elements and types, and obviously just a few examples of governments. Hope this helped, and thanks for watching.